How you doing, Andy?
Not bad, Ross, yourself.
What are you on with?
Oh, just chilling out. Been for a swim and just in my cavern, listening to a bit of country music.
What liquor are you on tonight?
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero, yeah? Good man. Good man. What do you think to Canelo? Saying he
I
wants
think he's
200 million to fight Benavidez. What is all that about? Hey, that he's only going to fight him if somebody puts 150 to 200 million dollars up.
doesn't want
Hey,
to fight him, does he? He's
he don't
pricing
want to
himself
fight
out.
him. He don't want to fight Benavidez, does he?
No, he's that's a lack of confidence there, isn't it?
Old Gary from Welcome Estates will be doing cartwheels because about over 18 months ago, he was tipping him to do well. He didn't want to fight him, did he, all along? Canelo, did he really?
Yeah, he's not wanting to fight him, is he? He obviously seen something he doesn't like the look at.
Do you think that Bivol good hiding made him realise that he wasn't a superhero?
Yeah, that was a reality check, wasn't it? I think he thought he was just going to go in there and beat everybody, and then Bivol put him in his place, didn't he? Schooled him.
Yeah. How do you think he'll be remembered, Canelo, if he retires in the next couple of years, Andy?
Um, he'll obviously be a great fighter, but there's question marks like drug test failures and this was
Decisions
it
and
what?
that 155-pound weight division he
Yeah,
created.
yeah, his own weight division. And can you imagine how long would better be if you're in with him?
I know.
Better be
Be a
mash up, mate.
slaughter, wouldn't it, mate? Be a slaughter, wouldn't it?
I think so.
It'd be
He'll want
like Bote
he'll want three,
against Froch, wouldn't it?
would be He'll probably want 300 million to fight him, eh?
You don't want to go near him. You don't want to go near him at all. He's had some fist already, hasn't he, off Bivol. Amazon. It looks like they're stepping into boxing.
Right.
Yeah, so it's they're gonna go with Tim Tszyu fight to start with. They've got 170 million members on the platform, Amazon Prime in America.
Amazon Prime, yeah.
I'm a member because you get that free delivery, don't you?
Yeah, I've got that too. It's
Yeah, so you get that free on your Amazon, and I think it's brilliant. I remember when I worked with Dennis, there were correspondents from them. The guy then, I believe, was Doug Gurr. Doug Gurr, Gui. I don't think he's there no more. So I don't
right.
know what department are doing it. But they weren't interested then. But that were a few years ago now. But it looks like they're finally coming to the party. So I think that's good, me. Do you?
Oh, wow. Yeah, brilliant. And is Netflix not getting involved and stuff as well with this Mike
Netflix are
Tyson?
involved as well. Well, they're saying they're going to put Mike Tyson and Jake Paul on if it happens.
Yeah,
So it's good that the big two, because they're two big dogs, them aren't they? Netflix and Amazon.
yeah. That
Oh,
could be good because that could take stuff away from Saudi. They might be happy to do it in other countries, eh? So that might where the people are all going to Saudi, the void that they've left, you never know. Amazon or Netflix might step in and help fill that void. So that could be great for boxing.
yeah. What about ITV and BBC though in this country? Because we could be getting left behind here, couldn't we? Really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We bought in boxing terms because there aren't really that many big names coming through. They're digging all old ones up all the time, aren't they? It's
It's like a recycled centre, isn't it? It's just everything's recycled.
it's what?
It's like a big recycling centre. They just keep churning over the same names over and over again, don't they?
Well, like the heavyweight. Well, people keep saying to me, right? I don't want to be harsh, right? People keep saying to me, Russ, heavyweight division's booming. So let me give 30 names here from heavyweight division. Right. Luis Ortiz, Derek Chisora, Wilder, Dylan White, Wallin, Joyce, Zhang, right? Pulev, Nathan Gorman, Dave Allen, Takam, Yoka, Miller. All them I've just give you there, you'd all say a shot to bits, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
All of them. All the
they're all
lot of them.
approaching middle age. Yeah.
All the lot of them. Luis Ortiz, come on. Luis Ortiz, shot. Chisora, shot, yeah. Wilder, shot.
Yeah.
Dylan White, shot. Wallin, shot.
Yeah, he's a bit done as well, isn't he?
Joe Joyce and Zhang, both shot, aren't they? Old men, combined age over 80. Pulev, you say he's shot, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, he's
Nathan
well.
Gorman ate himself to death.
Yeah.
Dave Allen, you say Dave's had his best days are gone, wouldn't you? I want to see him stay around and get a few quid, but his best days are gone. Takam, Tony Yoka, you say they're done. Miller. So who have we got? Who you'd say is still out there? They're not shot, and jury's out on them. You'd say Anthony Joshua. You'd say jury's out on him, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
For me, the jury's still out. I'm not buying into all this what he's done to Ngannou. The jury's still out. Usyk, you'd say, is the top of his game. Tyson Fury, where would you say he is in his career?
Fury's out on him, innit? So
He's out on him after that last performance, isn't it? Dubois, what would you say about him?
He's maybe just coming into his prime now, isn't he?
His jury's still out on him.
A wee bit, yeah, a wee bit.
Yeah. Okay. Caballel, would you say jury's out on him?
No, I think he's a good prospect. I think he could do.
A prospect? Come on, he's been around years, Caballel. He beat Chisora, didn't he? European champion.
Yeah, but coming into his own now, if he's getting a chance.
He's coming into his own then, yeah. Okay then.
Yeah.
So, you say he's a top 10 guy then, wouldn't you? Yeah, Caballel. Top 10 guy. All right. What would you say Dubois is? Is he a top 10 guy?
They're thereabouts anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. Aye, we'll give him that. Aye.
Ergovic. What would you say about Ergovic? Top 10.
Top 10. Aye. Top 10. Aye.
Jared Anderson. Would you say jury's out on him?
Just at the moment, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe jury's still out on him. Okay. Martin McCauley.
He's coming into his own now as well. If he gets a chance, because he's quite avoided, isn't he?
Well, he's already done Yoka and he's not been given a chance. So he's a top 10 guy, wouldn't you, McCauley? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Frank Sanchez. What would you say about him?
He looks like he's going to get a chance at some point in the next.
He's a top 10 guy, isn't he? Top 10 guy, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It's Big Freeze. Is jury still out on him, do you think?
Yeah, he's top 20
level. At his level, yeah, at his level, the jury's out, isn't it? Wardley, what would you say, Wardley, coming into his own?
Coming into his own, yeah. Definitely Wardley, yeah.
Well, you met Wardley a favourite against It's Big Freeze, wouldn't you?
Aye, I would, yeah.
Yeah. And that Jalilov, the gold medalist and world championship guy and all that, 14-0, 14 knockouts. You say he's going to be coming into his own any time now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So you've got like about 12 there that are proper.
Probably Michael Hunter. How do you rate him?
Michael Hunter. I never really seen him as an heavyweight, I always saw him as an in-betweener. Do you know what I mean? I never really have him in any of my lists as an heavyweight. I just don't think he carries enough pop to do anything. Do you know what I mean? He's always going to be a gatekeeper type, isn't he?
He's got a win over Bacoli, but that was the early days for Bacoli then, maybe. Yeah. But he's maybe, he could be a bridger weight, if that ever takes off.
But you've got all them heavyweights there. There's a lot of them are hanging around like bad smells, aren't they, really? Ortiz, Chisora and Wilder, get gone.
They need a way,
Wallin and White, get gone. Joyce and Zhang, so you've got 2, 4, you've got 7 there. Zhang, Joyce, Wallin, White, Wilder, Chisora, Ortiz, go away. Do you have Pulev, 8?
Oh, he should be going.
Do you know what I mean? Miller, 9, and Takam. There's 10 there. Get rid of the dead wood. That's dead wood. They've got to go, that lot. And there's a lot of dead wood hanging around. Do you know what I mean? people who are passing themselves off as boxers, but they're not even good at gym. You
They're
know,
just hanging about for
Americans,
money, yeah.
they're all over the place. Europeans, a lot. But don't tell me that it's thriving there. Usyk's at top of his game there, isn't he, out of all that lot?
Yeah.
There you wouldn't, you're looking at it. Parker, you'd say he's mixed, probably a top 5,
Aye.
top 6er, isn't he?
I
Now,
would say there's an argument to make Parker in the top 3 or 4, I would say, yeah.
yeah.
Just on recent form, he's really come into his own, I think. But we'll see how he gets on the next fight.
I mean, Johnny Fisher, Solomon Dacros, they've got time on there, and they're not even at that level where we can even judge them, are they, really? They're novice, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they've got time on their hands, haven't they? Little Johnny Bosch and Solomon Dacros. But Gorman blew it, didn't he, really? And Dave Allen, they blew it, didn't they?
Yeah.
You think? It's a
No
shame,
discipline,
really. Gorman, with all them skills, he's still young.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He needs to go to Big John Fury's caravan with Dave Allen and get knuckled
John
down.
Fury, big fighter.
You know what really annoyed me the other day was the guard going on about the Can Man being a great addition to the heavyweight division at the moment and the current climate. And I'm like, what? Why is he thinking that drug cheats, who's not been cleared by the British board yet, is great additions to the?
Well, he's the PR guy, isn't he, for those people, the guard, you see. They make these statements, and then anybody else fails a dope test, they're all over him, and they want to run out of sport, and then they're saying Dylan White's a great addition to come back. Dylan
Have you
White
noticed
the 4-time drug cheat? That's a fact. He's failed
it's a
4
fact?
times. Facts. Never mind all that big lawyers and all this. Facts. 4-time failure. And what promoter's gonna hang their hat on Dylan White now on a show? Who's gonna take a risk? That's the problem he's got in it at the moment.
Yeah. Have you noticed that the guards spent an evening with everybody? I had a lovely evening. I spent
Everybody
an
only got to
evening
speak to
fascinating.
you. He's only going to speak to you in lift for 1 minute. He's had
The whole evening,
had a lovely evening with you.
And you're a fascinating character. Everybody, fascinating character.
You know what I mean? Yui's back April 20th, as I said 2 weeks ago on my channel. He's on Izzy's show. Them next door to us, Ash and them. Good luck to Yui. Let's hope he's rips into this guy's fighting and knocks him out ice cold. He's got his man strength now. He's coming back.
He can make quick work of get a few opponents.
We need to see Yui in 5 or 6 fights in next year, low key, and 5 or 6 beat downs, and beef his record up with 6 wins, 5 or 6 wins on trot, get into a good rhythm, and then look at it when he's 31. Do you know
active,
what I mean?
keep active, yeah.
When he's ready to turn 31, he'll have had, like, 35 wins or whatever. Whatever, another 6 wins on top. And let's get them wins under the belt. Get their tools sharp. Get into a routine of fighting and going under lights, because it's no good sparring all the time in training. You've got to go under lights, haven't you? Really? Let's get you into a rhythm, fighting regular at least. Because otherwise he's wasting his best years, isn't he?
Follow Parker's example, active.
Well, you must look at Parker and be like envious, really. Hey, do you think? Because he got proper stitched up, didn't they, by Terry O'Connor? Let's have it right. Old Terry, Pat Terry.
Yeah,
I just want to see Yui do well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get a bad hand dealt, don't you? It's bad luck.
Nah. That's it.
Look, do you think Joyce should retire, Andy?
I
think he's just a sitting duck waiting to take some massive punishment in the next few years, Joyce, because I look at it, interviews from when he were at Olympics and now, and I reckon that he's part retarded.
Really he's taking a lot of punishment.
There's something going on there. Yeah, if you look at his speech from now to when he won that silver medal, I think that I don't know if I'm wording that, but what's the word? I think he's a lot slower.
Yeah. He sometimes appears to be startled when somebody asks him a question. It's like he doesn't know what they're talking about sometimes.
Oh, it's
I like
testing.
him out of it.
No, it's because no, it's registering in his brain. If you
Uh,
watch him and go, "Hello, Joe," he'll look at you startled at first while he's computerizing what you've said.
yeah.
Because he's had that much punishment because he's a big stiff
Mm.
above his head. That's the bottom line. He needs
Too tough for his own good, eh?
shaking into life to move your head. It's like being a fighter pilot. You come in, you fire your bullets, and then you get back out. He comes in, fires his bullets, and stays there while they're firing theirs. What is
I mean,
all that about?
when he beat Dubois, he didn't actually get hit that much in the Dubois fight, did he? I thought he's maybe had a bit of fear of Dubois' power, and he screwed the nut and thought, and he did box well in that fight, disciplined and just used his jab mostly, didn't he? Smashed him up with the jab, but since then he's got hit far too often, eh?
Listen, mate, at the end of the day, right, he fought Dubois in 2020. You know, we're 2024 now in spring, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's 2020, we're 2024. It's a long time. It's like people kept saying, yeah, look what Walling did with Fury. You know, but it'll be an hard fight for Joshua. Look, Walling and Fury were 5 years ago. 5
A
weeks
long
is a
time.
long time in boxing, Andy.
Yeah.
5 weeks. They mind 5 year and 4 year. You know, Parker's a different fighter now, isn't it, to when he fought Joyce? That'd be a good fight now, wouldn't it?
Oh, aye. Yeah. That would be a good fight. I think Parker, I'd favour Parker in that fight now, eh?
Yeah. What do you think Usyk's doing at the moment then, Andy? Do you think he's asleep, ready for tomorrow's session?
I tell you what he's not doing. He's not drinking pints of Guinness at Manchester United football matches, eh?
Yeah, I very much doubt he would be. Because when you
Mm.
look at it, right, when I what, March 21st, Fury fights May 18th, and he's on the grog at the football, eh?
And
What,
that's
do you think that he's even bothered about this fight?
he looks in decent shape, doesn't he? But I don't know. Usyk's just way more disciplined, isn't he? I bet he's never. I bet he doesn't drink at all. I bet he's maybe never had a drink for all we know. Clean, living clean and disciplined, and that'll pay a dividend.
Andy, do you reckon if Tyson bottles it, he'll have to come out with an excuse so that nobody could have a go at him? He's gonna have to come out with a corker on this one, isn't he? Though,
It's
you think?
I don't think.
Would you put it past him, Andy?
I don't think there's an excuse left in the excuse book to get out again, is there? I don't think he can get out of this again. I don't believe so. But I think that cut's been a blessing for him because he looks a lot better shape now than he did before that. You know, it's obviously bottom time to. I mean, initially this was meant to happen. Imagine if the fight happened in December.
Do you think he might be acting a bit odd, a bit different normally, because he's been making a bit of noise, hasn't he,
Uh,
about officials that need to be bang on and all this, and he never really mentions ever about officials. He just says, "Look, I'm going to win. Officials will do the job," and blah blah blah. But now all of a sudden, he's acting
uh,
really strange leading up to it. Do you think that, Andy?
oh, I think he's acting different. It's out of character from what he normally actually is. I think he's has a sense of fear. Maybe no. I'm not. I don't believe he's scared to go in the ring with anybody, but it's a fear of getting beat.
Listen, he's a
That's
student
what
to
it
the
is.
game, you know, Andy Tyson.
He's not stupid, eh?
He's a student of the game. He told me a story. He told me a story about Bruce Woodcock years ago, uh, when they were pushing a car over at North Bridge, dressed as women with heels on and all that. You know, European champion and his mates and that. All all being fucking nutcases, and they pushed this car that wouldn't start up at North Bridge just as women, telling me how howling. But listen, he'll know. Well, they'll have been at tournaments when Usyk had been there over years, wouldn't they? That they'll know about Usyk and Lomachenko and
Oh,
all that. I mean, You heard that story, didn't you, about the Smiths and Matthew Macklin and them at one tournament, and Usyk, not Usyk, Lomachenko and all their team, the Ukrainians, were in the gym training away, and they were just watching. They all stopped the England team to watch Lomachenko on bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were like, "Wow." You know,
Mesmerised.
oh yeah, they were. Because like you were, nobody had ever seen anything like it, had they, in the Olympics? Had they? 'Cause he won 2 golds over a period of 2 Olympics. But like Seb Kojab won it, one of them, which is like rare, isn't it? You know, your Carl Lewis's, them Daley Thompsons, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they were all like, "Wow." And Usyk's same trainer, hasn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Papajenko. Yeah. He's a one-off, so yeah. That's what I said to you last week when we were talking about George. Who would you put in against George Foreman? I can only really see Usyk having a chance of beating him at that time. But I mean, Foreman was ferocious. But Usyk's got a way, isn't he? He's some magic about him.
Well, do you know Dubois when he were winging them big uns in on him? Right? Did you see how he took the play away from him? So it was like unbelievable, wasn't it? He like played with him, didn't it? He reminded me of Ray Leonard. It reminded me of Ray Leonard. Just take the play away from him and do it. He was doing what he wanted.
Just diffused him, eh? Just
Hey,
brilliant.
I'll tell you the fight that I watched overnight. Julian always goes on about Holyfield, right? From been studying Holyfield last few days. Oh, what a fighter, man!
Oh, aye.
Fighter. Have you seen that Holyfield when he won 15 rounder with Dwight Quawie? Have you seen that?
I think I've seen it a long, long time ago.
Oh my God.
The
Unbelievable.
last Holyfield fight I watched was when he fought Foreman, eh? And that was quite a good fight. Foreman put up a good show for that, considering his age. But
What a fighter Holyfield is, but for inside fighting and that, him and that
oh,
Dwight Quawie, I can see what Julian were going on about. And what's that
totally,
other one?
totally.
And I got watching this other guy, and I've never really watched a lot of that inside fighting. Salvador Sanchez. Now he's a big favourite of Ed Robinson's, because Ed Robinson told me that one night.
Mm.
He's a massive Salvador Sanchez fan. And oh, what a fighter he is, isn't he? Oh, have you seen it? He just hunts them down, doesn't he?
Mm.
But I've been watching a lot of that lately, and Aaron Pryor. Oh, I've become like an Aaron Pryor fanboy. You like him,
The
Aaron
last,
Pryor? Aaron
the
Pryor.
la- oh, aye. The last fight I watched the other night was actually Foreman Jerry Cooney, and when Foreman stopped him in the second round, but it was what struck me with Foreman. It was not necessarily the power; it was the accuracy of his punches. And he was quite old then, he was in his 40s, but he was very accurate. And I think when he fought, it was either Shannon Briggs or Lou Savaris, he landed, it was in the 60% of the punches, the throwing that he landed, So even at that age, he was still really accurate, And that can count for a lot in fights. He's no wasting punches, is he? So,
No, it's yeah, I like watching old fights and that lately. Do you know what I mean? I watched
yeah,
Clinton Woods against Glenn Johnson trilogy. God,
they were tough fights, weren't they?
oh, Froch says to me, one of his first gigs, right, radio or something. He said, "Well, Clinton Woods and Glenn Johnson." He says, "I was watching it." He said, "I just turned pro, ready for title fights." I'm looking at them, and I was thinking, "Oh God," because they like went at it for 12 rounds, didn't they? Up close, Clinton and
Oh, aye.
they were never. Personally, I don't think they were both ever the same fighter. I think it
Aye.
some art both of them. Both of them. Oh yeah, 36 rounds at the pace they set. Do you know what I mean? They both had a win
But
each and a draw. You couldn't have got any even, could it?
no,
Knock
just
smoke
couldn't
out.
separate them.
They just knocked smoke out each other for 108 minutes.
It's like when you watch Mickey Mickey Ward or Arturo Gatti, they fight.
Yeah, they had 30 rounds of it, didn't they? Well, they had 36, Clinton and Glenn
Aye,
Johnson, and it's proper old school, and it doesn't get enough credit, in my opinion.
aye.
Or that era, that Clinton Woods, Tarver, Roy Jones. era.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The fight a bit. I mean, at a lower level, that Nathan Heaney, Brad Paul's fight the other night, that was a
That
brilliant
was a good
fight.
fight, wasn't it? That wasn't it?
Superb, wasn't it? So, although they're not at that level, it's a similar type of fight. Paul seemed to gain a bit of confidence later on, didn't he? And then, it was just how Nathan Heaney managed to stay up. I've no idea. It must be super fit, really fit.
Yeah. What do you think to Dan Aziz saying he'll fight Ben Whittaker?
Good on him, I'd watch that. And Ben Whittaker was saying he could have beat the both of them, didn't he? Dan Aziz and Joshua, but he's obviously going to
I'd
mouth
like
off.
to see that. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see it. Yeah. You know why? Because I like to see Ben Whittaker go visit George Groves and them 100 people that John Fury put on Button Moon.
That'd be a tough test for him again, Dan Aziz. I like Dan Aziz. He's done it the hard way, hasn't he?
Yeah, we like Dan Aziz, don't we?
I like him.
Do you think that Boatsi and Yard will happen on this 5-for-5?
I'd like to see it. I would hope so. That's a good fight, eh?
They're dragging their arse on it, Andy, aren't they?
It's everything, eh? It's funny, eh? Because every fight you want to see is dragged on for ages, and suddenly all these fights are happening in Saudi, and then so we're actually expecting every fight to happen quick now. Just that's the perception we've got, with what's happened in Saudi, but it's kind of back to reality, isn't it? And then the stuff you're wanting to happen domestically is back to dragging, eh? They need to take a leaf out of the Saudi book, just get the fights made, eh?
They need to get something made, don't they?
Mm.
Hey, what do you think will happen with Bean now then? Do you think he'll like hang around boxing or do you think he'll go to something else?
Big issue.
No, I don't see that happening for Bean. You'd have thought Bean had dropped on a top job though already back in boxing, wouldn't you? Surely coming from Sky at Big Noise there.
You would think even like it's a Channel 5 or somebody. He's a good he's good. He's a recognised pundit, isn't he? A recognised commentator.
Bean's engaging, isn't it?
Aye. He gets them fired up now. I mean, I don't always agree with what he says and all that. Though to be fair, when Eddie Hills left Sky, Bean did a lot less licking with who he was commentating on, eh? Like when he used to be commentating on Joshua, it was a bit of a cringe fest for me, you know. It was every time somebody landed a punch in Anthony Joshua, it never got mentioned, but anything Anthony Joshua landed, it's fantastic, you know. So it was a bit too much bias for me. When
I liked it at end of fights, but in middle of fight, he said, the torch paper is lit. And then at end of fight, he'd go, there's the respect. We missed that, don't we?
But we need him back somewhere, eh? He needs to get in somewhere and get his feet under the table. Whether it be Brick, you know, get him a Brick talk. He's got that Dave sandwich, isn't he? So
what do you think to him, Dev sandwich?
Sandwich. He's all right, yeah, but I don't know. Has he got an agenda? I've heard some folk.
Is there a key at back of him that you turn and you just wind it and he just repeats all these same one-liners?
Like a Duracell bunny.
Every time I see him, he says, "Oh, Anthony Joshua snubbed me." Oh, he's not still going on about that, is it? Every time I see him, he keeps
changed the record, eh?
I've changed his name to Dev. I was snubbed by Big Meat Sandwich.
That's it.
He's
need to change the record. Eh? He's need to change his record. Get some new lines. Get some new material.
He needs to change something. Do you know what I mean? So you're gonna have Cash Ali coming, eh?
They hate to call him Dev Samey because he's just saying the same thing over and over again. Eh?
Yeah. Are we going to have Cash Ali coming back then as a gatekeeper at British level now? Then is that what you think for Cash?
I think there's fights there for him, eh?
Maybe there for him, isn't there? Do you know what? He's very capable if he's fit, you know.
Aye. He could be an opponent for Wardley or.
Well, if he gets these big fights, he can be ticking over all the time, and he can only improve, can't he?
Yeah, could be some decent paydays for him. Eh?
You've got to live like a champion, haven't you? Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to
get disciplined. Eh?
want to go to part?
Part 2. Give me 5, I'll be right with you.
All right.
Good man. Cheers,
Join
pal.
us on part 2. Pop, pop, bang. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment.